Hey, we're coming at you live from the North American World Championship Qualifier, and I'm with
Simon Wang.
Simon Wang, and what'd you do?
I got top 32.
Nice. Let's get into the deck profile.
Sure. So I played Orcust. So 3 harp, 2 nightmare, 1 symbol, 1 wand. This is really standard. If you play more than one of this, you're not good at resource management.
Standard.
5 dangers.
Ooh, why 5?
So basically, if you play a ton of dangers, you basically force yourself into mermaid a lot, and you don't want to bottleneck yourself on a mermaid. So these are just extenders. And Nessie's the best one because going second, you pitch this off for Phoenix Reserve a lot, and they search another extender. So these are necessary to play with Nessie.
Okay.
I didn't feel like I needed any more than 5, and deck space is tight also. So Trick Stars, this is for Light Stage, Phantom Knights for Cloak, and then Armageddon Knight because I needed the 40th card, and this is just a really good extender.
Yeah.
That's it, 17 monsters, I think. And then spells, 3 called, 3 twin. This was good. I played against mine in this one mid-game 1. 3 instants. This is just a fantastic extender. This plays through Lancia because you go Winded Dingirsu, and you win a lot of games that you shouldn't otherwise because they Lancia you.
Yeah.
And then this is kind of basically Field Spell Orcust. This is really similar to the list that Avery played at YCS Knoxville, where you have Terras and Set Rotation. And then you play 5 field spells, 3 Light Stage, Babel, and Mystic Mine.
Okay.
So Light Stage is the best card in the game. Light Stage is so good against Salamangreat and Orcust because you just hit the counter trap. And they always have to flip it on the activation of Light Stage, or else you just get a free ad, and then you just lock down the counter for basically for free. So this card is insane. And then Babel is needed. And sorry, what was that?
How'd mine perform?
Mine was really, really good. It just wins you games that you just shouldn't be able to win otherwise. So, like the biggest problem with Orcust is that you get Dwellered, or you get Lancia'd, or you get like Scythed, and you pass turn and then you just die. And so in those cases, you can just play mine instead, and you just stall. And then like in the next turn, or the turn 5 or whatever, you can start playing under Dweller, because you just have fewer monsters than they do usually. And I think round 4 versus the Mirror, I Lancia'd an Orcust player, and he ended on Dingirsu Winda, and I just played mine on my turn, and the Winda blew up, and then like 2 turns later I could just play the game, and I won. And I would not have won that game otherwise without mine, so this card is crazy. You only need 1 in the main deck because you don't want too many. It's not good in every matchup, and you side more. So yeah. Cool. And then Reborn, Foolish. I think these cards are really good. I think other people told me not to play them. I know Orion told me not to play Monster Reborn, but this card was insane for me the entire weekend because you're going second a lot after siding. So Striker, Salamangreat, Orcust, you pick second after siding. And this card is really good going second. And then other games, like I had a game where I was going second into some Salamangreat board, and I made Serve, and he roared it, and I Monster Reborn the Serve, and I made Mermaid, and it just won me the game. So this card was never dead for me. I think it's just really good. And traps, 4 traps, it's a standard. So 40 card main deck. I really wanted to play 40 because if you play any more than 40, you get blind Dweller every single game. So I think playing 40 was really important.
Do you think it's important to play 40 even though most people are blind Dwellering anyway?
I mean, I didn't experience that. I knew a lot of Salamangreat players would go, like, they'll go Roar over just Dweller. Like, the play where you send Jaguar with Gazelle to go just Dweller is something, but they usually go Roar game 1 over it. So I thought playing 40 was fine. Extra Nightmares. I didn't play Unicorn. You never really need it because Dingirsu exists, and I really wanted to play a 15th spot for Beat Cop, so I ended up cutting Unicorn, and I never missed it the entire weekend, so this was fine. Galatea, you play 3 standard. Bardish, Langirsu. Beat Cop, so I played this because it comes up in very few games where you need to link with Shade, and more importantly, I side Black Garden, and this is needed to clear the tokens from Black Garden, otherwise you have basically no way to clear it. And then there's like niche scenarios where you get like Geometrioed by Mystic Mine, so you just play this. This was really good, this won me 2 games. I had another game where I had Shade Brigandine, and I made this to push for damage in time, so it's needed. Boral Sword, I Boral Sword OTK'd I think 6 times this weekend, where you literally just do the Boral Sword Dingirsu play and you push for 80, 600. That is just insane. Redoer, this card's crazy. 2 Dingirsu, this is pretty standard, and then Restrict Winda. This is for instant fusion, and you also side Shadal fusion, so this is really, really good. If you put this up versus Salamangreat, it wins you the game. Like a lot of the time, they really struggle to out this, especially when you have a Dingirsu to protect it from being run over by like a spinny boosted wolf or whatever. And then restrict, this is for instant, and I actually got game loss for a deck list error in top 32 because when I exported the deck from Dueling Book, it put 2 Redoer instead of 1 Redoer 1000ized. So they found that out, and I had to explain the situation, and so basically I started top 32 with the game loss, and I lost the top 32. So yeah, unfortunate, but it's my own fault, so it's fine. Side, I sided 3 Lancia, everyone sides this for Orcust and Thunder, and then 3 Ghost Ogre, 3 Joel and Lockbird. This is mainly for Thunder, but Ghost Ogre hits Pendulum, Joel also hits Pendulum, and Ghost Ogre hits some other decks. Some people are playing like Gammas, but I didn't have the space, and some people are playing Gnomes, but I'm not really a fan of Gnome. I thought Ogre is really good, because you typically hit LP. If they play the Crusadia Link, you can hit Spatha, and if they go LP under Soyuja, you Ogre the Soyuja attack boost. And they have basically nothing, because they're locked into Dragons, so this was fine. You need this many versus Thunder, or you're never going to win. Shadal's. This was really, really good. This goes in going second versus basically the big top 3 meta decks that aren't Thunder. And you just stick Winda, you dump Dragon, and you get a Spell Trap pop, and you send Wand or Heart for free for usually. So this is really, really good. Winda adds back your Shadal fusion, so when you go into your Nightmare play, you just have free discard. I sided 1 more Mystic Mine. Originally I was siding 2 more of this, but I ended up cutting it because of space, and you don't really need 3, I don't think, because you have all of the Searchers. So again, you stick this versus Salamangreat or sometimes Orcust when just, you force out whatever Omni Negate they have, and then you just play this and you stall. And then you stall until you can win. And this is really good. It wins you games you shouldn't, and this won me my prize card. Because versus Thunder, I think top 64, he was playing Sekka Thunder, and he ended on like Titanic. Not Titanic, he ended on a Hot Red Seal Colossus, and I forced the Hot Red. Because Hot Red plus Seal outs this, so you have to force one of them. So I forced the Hot Red, and then I played mine, and he was playing Sekka, so I just won the game after that. And then Black Garden. This card is possibly the best card in the side deck. This is really good versus Striker because you kill all their back row, and you just Moral Sword on the tokens, because you can clear the Black Garden with Galatea. And I used this against Mystic Mine Burn deck in Swiss, and I gave him 5 tokens, and he didn't really know what to do, and he made Moral Sword, and eventually he had more monsters than me, and his mind self-destructed when I changed the game state a bit, and this won me that game, so this is really good.
Nice. So would there be anything you change from your list?
Honestly, not really. I thought this was pretty much perfect. I'm really happy with how the list was.
Yeah? Any shout-outs?
Yeah, shout-outs to Frozen Card Gaming, my team. Shout-outs to Orion, Austin, Sean, Eric, Shamar, everyone else that came up with me. People on Discord, shout-outs to Stephen Lau for doing a lot of theory with me on Discord about Orcust for his nationals in Australia. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Nice. Well, congratulations. Good job.
Thank you very much.